Hello, it's me, Sunfire SG. Welcome back to the Obsidian Order. I have been tinkering around town over the last couple of days with a couple of builds. We've got this one here, well, there's two houses here, they're split down the middle, and we've got this property that we've started as well. I'm thinking these will be the next sort of stream projects that we work on, but we do have a couple of jobs we want to do around town. But before that, I'm going to subject you, to my first ever replay mod for a house that I'm going to be putting some paintings in just after we have seen that replay. I think it turned out quite well, but I do need a bit of practice with that mod just to kind of get the feel of how best to go about it, if that makes sense. I'm still kind of new and fresh to it. I'm learning, so I apologize if it doesn't all quite work perfectly. We did finish this on stream, and I love how it turned out. We do need to do some decorating on the interior of that, but that might also be a stream project. We'll see how we go. The big tedious projects at the moment tend to be our stream projects because I find them much easier to do when I'm talking to people there and then. It's much harder to record clips for that, I think. So we're going to go ahead and see this replay mod now, and then I will go through what's happening next. Well, there we go. We've got a nice little house added to this little back area here before we go for a bridge. We do need to do that at some point too, so that might be an episode. I'd like to maybe widen the river, deepen the river a little bit more here, as it does seem a bit more substantial since it's going over to that water wheel over there. But yeah, we've added a little garden. We've done a little decorating inside. We just need to chuck a couple of paintings down, but I can do that as I show you around. So we've got our little kitchen. We're using the trapdoors as a divider for the stairs as well. It works really well because it kind of just encloses everything very nicely. That also leads to the back of the chimney at the back of here. And we've got a couple of rooms here. So let's put a painting here. I don't know if I want them behind there. That's the problem that I often find is I don't like how it hangs out behind that. Let's get that as well so we can maybe just block the painting a little bit. There we go. And I'll swap that shovel out for an X. There we go. Right, now we need our lanterns in our hand as well. There we go. I think we've got our inventory managed now. Where else can we check a painting? We've got a little bedroom here. We'll put one behind here maybe. So no, can we? There we go. Let's do that one. I like that one. And where else? Maybe one here. There we go. I think we've got more paintings than we actually need, but it came out quite nice, this house. It feels very quaint. It's actually not a bad starter home, to be honest. There's a lot of storage in here. You could definitely do something with this. Let's go ahead and put one here, one there. Yep, and no, we can't do that because of this. Yeah. Okay, we've got plenty of paintings in there. We've used them all up. That is good and done. So this property, nice and simple. I might write a story for it. I don't really have anything planned at the moment, but I think it'd be nice. These are little properties that don't really have much of a substantial meaning, just to add something, just a little snippet, maybe a little short story. I'm not too sure yet. I'll think about it. But we also want to do a bit of work today in the ravine, as we've kind of left that untouched since we started building all of this up here. So I feel like we need to go down and just show it a little bit of love, because if we can get down here, we have this vast area that we need to do something with, and I'm thinking a few more houses could be nice. And I want to do a factory or something. I feel like I could probably close this off. I don't really need to use everything here, but it would be good for maybe a building interior, factory interior. And I'd like to do something with the lava, maybe some sort of like pump system. Like they could use that geothermal energy to power some of the devices and heat the water as an extra sort of measure. I don't know. There's all these little snippets of information running through my head, and it is hard to make a coherent story sometimes. So I'm hoping we can get a little bit done down here that just focuses in that storytelling just a little bit, because at the moment having this blank empty space when we get to, you know, here where we've got the sort of grand cathedral arch for the Nether Park, it would be nice to have something visible down here rather than a bit of an ugly cobblestone and a pipe. So let's get to work on that, shall we? I think the best place to start with this redesign of, well, this area is probably putting something in on the corner here, because this little blank spot has bugged me for at least a month now, because I wanted to put something in here, but I wasn't particularly confident on having this diagonal bit. I've been playing around with it in other areas around the town, so I feel like we could probably give it a good go now. So I'm going to start just ticking away, putting in a little bit of design in here and see how we get on. We're onto something, but we do need a little bit of a shift around with this bit of the roof and also this pipe, which I'm now going to re-divert, I kind of guess upwards, because actually no, upwards would be great, because that's where the pump house is. So if we redirect that directly up, that can be the sort of pipe down from the pump house up at the top. So that actually works out quite well. So yeah, I'm going to do a little bit more, finish this off, and I'll show you the finished product. Welcome back. We have got this build done. It was a lot trickier than expected, because obviously we are building down to the bottom of that property there, so it was a little cramped, but we have got this build in. I want the chains on these, and I'm not entirely sure how I feel about it. I feel like fences just give a bit more of a chunky feel to it, and I think that works quite well. But I've got to go ahead and do some decorating on the interior. One thing I do like is the combination of the brick and stone brick like this, with the 2 brick slabs on top of each other to get this texture in Jimsy's pack. But I've got an interior to do, so I'm going to leave it at that for this episode. I hope you enjoyed the replay mod and a bit of my whimsical ideas of where this is going to go down here. But I shall catch you next episode. Bye for now.